Hi. So, I'm still on medical leave, and I can't believe that it's already been a month. It's frustrating. I really do want to get back to work, not because I'm worried about my productivity and all that. It's because I do love my work and I miss my colleagues. It's been up and down. Some days I'm okay. Most days I'm not, including today. I can't do my usual activities like going to the gym, which I love, or doing chores, which I also love. I just don't have the energy to do anything. Not even just, go down, and I'm a smoker, so not even to go down and have my coffee and smoke. I can't even do that. I just want to stay inside my condo. I don't know why. But I am recording today because I feel like I have a sense of duty. I feel a sense of duty rather to keep recording even when I'm not okay, or maybe especially when I'm not okay. I've been having conversations with friends lately because there's a lot in therapy that I've been learning and realizing, epiphanies that I've been conjuring. And my friends keep telling me, and of course I know that too, right? I know that too, that I'm very blessed and privileged to have access to therapy because of my employer, which I'm really grateful for. Because therapy isn't as accessible here in the Philippines. Siya libre, and it's fucking expensive. And it's just so unfair because we all need therapy, like diagnosed or not, whether you're okay or not. We need therapy. We need a professional to guide us in processing our emotions. I mean, it's okay to talk to friends, right? But they're not trained professionals. There might be things that they don't know as well that a professional would. Anyway, so that being said, sorry. That being said, I just want to keep talking and share what, I've learned from therapy. Well, not just solely from therapy, things that I've learned. The very reason why I created this platform. But hopefully, more on what I learned from therapy as well. And I've also realized that I've been quite uptight and formal in my first few episodes in this podcast. I don't know, I would have like a structure with bullet points and sub bullet points to guide me through talking. But I think I've gotten better. Like I've become more candid. And I should stop saying that I'm gonna go freestyle on this every before episode, because I guess, I think that's just how podcasts should be. Like, kahit may mali, kahit may maling grammar, or hindi cohesive yung thoughts, hindi organizing thoughts, walang like point at the end. I think the purpose is just really to talk, and in my case, share. Kasi parang if I think about it too much, I feel like I'm missing the opportunity to share things that I've learned. So today, I don't know what to share. So I just went back to my notes and see if there's something good to share there. And one of the things that I've written is about self-love. So it's funny hearing myself like defining what self-love is, because I feel like it's all over the place. Social media, conversations with friends and all that. Not sure if have we become immune to it. Is it something that we just, casually use? Do we really understand it? Because I feel like, no, I think the most complex relationship that we have is the relationship we have with ourselves. And I think we underestimate the work that really needs to be put in having a good relationship with yourself. And of course, isa sa pillars nun is self-love, right? And it's actually the foundation of the quality of your life. Why? Because when you love yourself, you set your standards on how you want to be treated and what kind of life you think you deserve. So when it's clear to you what your standards are, you respect them, and you expect nothing less from people around you. So, pag malinaw sa'yo what your standards are, how you want to be loved, how you want to be treated, you get to weed out people who don't live up to those standards. And therefore, surround yourself with people and things and jobs and activities and hobbies, etc. They're only healthy for you. Excuse me. Sorry, I think I need water, but whatever. Yeah. And it's tough, I know. But, it's something that we really need to talk about. To think about. Because sometimes life can get very confusing, and we can be blinded by pride, emotions, temptations, and other things. And, that set of standards can become your compass in the dark. When you're really confused, you just have to remember what those standards are and trust it, that that's what you deserve. But of course, they're not definitive. Like, it's not like a one-time thing. Like, my standards when I was, in my early 20s are not the same as my standards now, right? And I think it's a constant introspection of thinking about how you want to be loved or treated. That's one that I wrote. And another would be life is not linear. Oh God, I keep saying this. And I think I've mentioned this like a couple of times now in a lot of my episodes. But I don't think there's harm in repeating it if it's something, especially for those who maybe it's the first time that you're listening to me. But anyway, I think there's no harm in repeating it so that it sticks, right? So life is not linear. Just like how my experience in this medical leave isn't linear. So it's a constant journey of ups and downs. Even when you think you've prepared yourself well in life, it's just unpredictable. Life can still surprise you, right? But it's never a win or lose situation. Like, it's always a process of growth. And I don't think life is about becoming closer to perfection. I don't think that's a goal. I think it's a process of learning and unlearning new things or things to become who we truly are. I think that's the goal. To become who we truly are. I think that's a quote from Paulo Coelho. I can't remember. This is so important. I don't know. important to talk about because I see it, like I see among my friends, I see it with my friends na sobrang pressured with their goals in life, na laging may set goal, I mean destination. Like it has to be by my 30s, I should be this, by my 40s, I should be that. Pero hindi. Again, I don't know what else to say, to be honest. Life isn't just like that. It's we're more fluid than that. And I think, when you stop thinking that there's always like an end goal for every milestone, there's less pressure and you get to enjoy the present a little bit more. I know people are gonna say, nah, but what about setting goals and having dreams, etc. But that's fine. I think having goals are great. But it's the manner of how you reach those goals, maybe. It's just, there's no one way of reaching them. Like, there's many ways. At the same time, maybe those goals can be, can present themselves in a different form. So that's another that I've written. And then also something that I keep repeating and writing is not to reduce your identity to one activity or one moment in time. I don't know why we're so obsessed with our identity. And I've always wondered, because I've been there too. Like, I needed to be something. Like Lara, the one who, I'm just making this up, the one who serves. Lara, the one who creates art. Lara, the one who works in Shell, whatever. I don't know why we keep obsessing on that. Why do we need to identify? I don't really have an answer. I wish I have someone to process with. Then again, I don't. I'm just alone. But what I do know is that we need to stop doing that, because we're more than just one thing. I mean, right now, at the present, like, I'm more than just this platform. There's a lot of things that I do, or I am, and I don't think just people can ever be defined, I mean, so that's only the present, and there are still a lot of things that I did in the past, and things that I will become rather in the future. We're a summation of a myriad of our experiences. Again, I don't think it's black and white. I think we're fluid, and I don't know why people feel lost, like when they don't have an identity to cling on. I really don't know. I don't even know how I got here, because I used to be that person as well. I don't really know. I think it's just really realizing, it sounds cliche, but it's just really realizing how much, how beautiful you are, and that you're just not one thing. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself, but I can't emphasize it enough. And so it's also important that, whenever you're having a bad day or experiencing a tough time, it does not define you as well, you know? This pandemic is a good example. Like, if you haven't been your 100%, like myself, for example, my 100% self would be hustling at work, hustling, what the fuck, enjoying work, going to the gym or working out with friends, having dinner with friends, responding to texts. But during this pandemic, that just became all blurry and indefinite and unpredictable. And that doesn't mean that I'm already a failure, It's just that there's a pandemic and my body is responding to that stimulus. And that's just something temporary. When this pandemic blows over, hopefully soon, I'll become another version of myself. I hope that makes sense. Another thing that I wrote, and I think it's related to self-love. No, it is related to self-love. Be a friend to yourself. Provide the same support and love and understanding as you would to your friends. You also don't deserve any less. Like, I think putting using that perspective on how to treat yourself, mas nagiging madali to love yourself. Kasi we're so good at, being great friends, yet we can't do that for ourselves, right? So I think that would help. Be a friend to yourself. Like, pag nagkamali yung kaibigan mo, what do you say? Versus, pag nagkamali ka, what narrative forms in your head? Right? Pretty sure that they're different. Pretty sure that we're tougher on ourselves. And I wonder why. I really wonder why. I'm gonna digress a little bit just because I want to share this. Meron kayang hint of self-righteousness there. Yeah, that is a bit negative. But I don't know, like, do we expect ourselves to perform better than other people? But I think that's a different topic. Or maybe a different scenario. But whatever it is, whatever the reason, we should be a friend to ourselves. It would be easier to love ourselves that way. That's all I wrote. I hope, even though that was just, a sort of dump of all my thoughts or realizations, I hope there's something that you learn from it. Okay, bye.